Welcome back to the Marco Martinez show. How's everyone morning doing today? No, bright and early. Take a little nice sip of your coffee or whatever you drink, water, whatever the case may be. But I have a pretty nice topic for my 20-year-olds, whether it be early, mid, late 20-year-olds. If you're listening, yeah. Now let's have a talk. Because I'm 22. I'll be 23 here on the 24th of February. So early birthday to me. But let's have a serious sit down talk. How many of you, and be completely honest, how many of you feel lost in life? Like genuinely feel lost in life? Like you scroll through social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, probably if you're still using Snapchat. Just how many of you feel lost when you may be seeing people either who are younger, like who were in the early 20s, maybe just teens, still late teenagers, like 18, 19. Maybe people in the mid 20s or later 20s that look like they already have their lives figured out. They already have a home, a nice home. Not, every home is a great home because you at least have a roof over your head. But I'm talking about like a six bedroom, 5-bath home, like that looks like, and they have all these like newer year cars, and they have 6-figure salaries, or just 6 figures in the bank, or even 7 figures in the bank, and they're traveling a lot. They're going a lot on vacations. They don't have to worry about whether either paying rent and electricity, or rent and their phone bill, and so, or rent, car payment / insurance, or car payment, insurance, electric, like the other bills minus rent. Like to them that's nothing. To them they can easily afford that. But to us, but no, not just to us, to you may think, damn, I'm fucking failing at life. But I am fucking failing at life. Just know that is not the case. You are not failing at life. Everyone has their own path in life. Especially for the people who are like, let's say, mid 20s to late 20s. And you are seeing others who, like I said, looks like they have their lives figured out. They may have started doing what they were doing at the age of 14, 15, 16, maybe even 18 they started, and 8 years later they finally had that break, that like little break in their life, that by the age of 28, 29, they are able to live that type of life. But you feel like you're late. You feel like, damn, these people have already got their lives on track. I'm here being a fucking waiter / waitress at my local bar, barely making enough to survive. Driving a shitty 03 Toyota Camry that the AC and heater don't work, and I need new tires, but my electric bill is due. Plus, excuse me. No, excuse me. Plus, my phone bill is due, and so is the internet, and my rent will be due here in about 10 days. But damn, I need some groceries in my fridge, and I don't have the money for that. Like, what I'm going to make right now, most of it's going to go to rent. And you look around in life and you feel lost. Trust me, I have felt like that too. I still feel like that too. Like, I know what my goals and aspirations are. Like, I know what I want to do. Currently, right now, obviously, due to financial reasons, can't do it as of right now. But even then, I feel lost sometimes. And I'm sure we all feel like that. I'm sure some of us went to school, went to college, graduated, maybe are shooting for their masters or found a great paying job after getting your bachelor's, and then right after, and you're just kind of working. You landed a great job. It could be either in the same hometown, maybe a different town slash city, but in the same state or outside of the state, whatever the case may be, and you're just there, you like you're there, you have your job, you have your career, you got your place to live, and all that fun stuff. But it just feels like you're there. You still feel lost. You still feel like as if you should still be there. Not like alive, just there at that point in your life. And I think it has to just do with being scared to grow up. Because, listen, in your 20s, many people I've watched a lot of it on social media. I have talked to a lot of people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and they have all said that your 20s, whether it be early, mid, or late 20s, your 20s are basically your starting point to figuring it out. And what I mean by that is, literally your starting point to figure shit out and to basically have it to where you can start your life. And I'm not saying you have to be broke in your 20s. I mean, also your 20s, you're the poorest you will ever be on average. Yes, again, you're going to see the people in their early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s who already have the millions. They got their homes, they got the cars, they got all of that. But again, they have a different path in life. They, like some football players, some NFL players, some NBA players. Some are 23, 24, 25. They're in the NFL and they signed a contract for $2 million. And so they technically may already have they won't get the $2 million immediately. It may be like a 1 year, 2 year, 5 year contract. So in that time frame, they'll hopefully reach millionaire status, but they're already making six figures a month, close to six figures a month. And so you may think, damn, they're 24, 25. This guy's in the NFL. This guy's doing this. This guy's doing that. I'm still a cashier at Walmart and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't even know if I want to head up to be a team lead. Like, what the fuck am I doing in my life? And again, like I said, that's life. They've been putting in the work. They've been grinding at football. Could be since junior high years or even elementary years, and they've been doing football ever since. And so now they're in their mid 20s, and or basketball, and they now are in the NBA. They now where they want to be. And some of us just aren't like that. Like when I was in elementary, junior high, I did not know what I wanted to do in life. And so it kind of bothered me when teachers would ask, oh, so where do you see, like when I was a freshman in high school, and they'd say, well, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But it's crazy because in my mind, I've always had the vision of, I know I'm gonna be rich because I want that. Not, and again, and I know there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna question on why and this, all that. My reasons are a lot different from I guess you could say, the average reasons, because a lot of times why people want to be rich, it's because they want to have the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton. They want to do it for more materialistic purposes. And trust me, I have my own materialistic purpose. I can't speak. Materialistic purposes, like reasons, I guess you can kind of say. I mean, yes, with my car, my home, but that's not my main reason. I would rather, if I hit the millions, oh my God, I can't speak. If I hit the millionaire status tomorrow, I wouldn't go buy $1 million home. I'd go legit. I'd finance a cheap home, a $200,000 home, put probably even 30% down, finance a home, probably even finance not even like a $90,000 vehicle. I'd finance like a Honda Accord that has great gas mileage. Finance it, put probably 20-30% down. Bam, and then kind of expand it. Trying to find more ways to make more money, to get to raise my net worth more. And obviously, travel and all that fun shit. Nope. And that's me, because then once I know that once I'm able to get that home, once I'm able to get that car that I want and all that fun stuff, is when I know it won't hurt me, because $1 million, like, and here's the thing, $1 million, 1 million, not just 30, 40, whatever, $1 million, it's a lot. Like, I think if I remember correctly, my history teacher said that for many of us, basically a good chunk of us, won't see $1 million until we retire in our accounts. Many of us won't see $1 million before we even retire, which is sad, to say the least. But he said that's just the reality, because that's just some paths that people take, and I don't want that. Because like my parents, my mom, she's in her late 40s. My dad's in his, I'd say, like early 50s, gonna go to mid 50s. And I mean, I'm grateful I've been able to have a roof over my head, been able to be fed well, clearly, my weight, and have vehicles and all that stuff. I'm grateful I've been able to have that. And so, but when it comes to, like, let's say materialistic purpose, like if I wanted an Xbox 360, I'd have to tell them early in the year so they have enough time to save every penny they could to get me it. Hell, during that time when layaway was still a thing, because now companies basically have dropped layaway because they realized, hey, we're not making any money off of this. So now you finance with these programs that they have, because I mean, with interest, that way they're able to make money off of that. But at the time when layaway was still a thing, like imagine getting your Xbox 360 put on layaway, and they're able to make their payments when they could. So then by the time it's Christmas, they get your item that you got, make the last payment, bam, you now have the Xbox 360 that you've always been wanting. And it's a joy. And or like vacation. When it came to vacationing, I remember I never once had at least a week or more of vacation. It's always been a weekend, 3, maybe even 4 days. I never once that I remember have had a week or more of vacation, because we just simply could not afford it. But even then, I'm grateful for I'm trying not to get emotional. I'm grateful for the times and that my parents were able to give me for what they have. I'm very grateful for what they were able to provide to me on what they currently have, or on what they were able to have. And so seeing that, living that, and again, I'm not saying that I was poor, living in the trenches, had food stamps, any of that. No, but seeing how they were living, I'm like, with all respect, I don't want that for my family. I don't want that for my kids. I want it to where, I mean, granted, I'm not going to teach them to be materialistic, but I want to be able to provide to them what I can. Give my parents the time and freedom that they need. Like I want to be able to wake up and give them a 1 week cruise vacation and say, don't worry about anything. Please take your PTO. Like, go ahead, please take it. Go on vacation, relax, because you guys need it. You guys are basically work till you die. Go relax for right now. I'll handle it right now. Go relax. That's mainly one of my. That's kind of mainly one of the reasons on why I want to have the financial freedom that I want. Simply because of that. Being able to provide back to my parents, being able to provide back to the community that I will live in, be able to provide back not just my parents but my family, being able to provide back to them, being able to provide back to myself, being able to sorry, I'm trying to get emotional right now. Being able to provide back to young me, to little boy me, who who was wanting just things, and I couldn't get it because obviously they couldn't afford it, and I didn't. And I mean, when I was younger, I didn't understand, but now that I'm older, I clearly understand. And so, I mean, I want to be able to fulfill that little boy's dream. I mean, yes, be smart about the money. I'm not going to be, like I said, having fucking $5 million and then it's gone in 2 years. Fuck no, I'm going to be a lot smarter than that. But I want to be able to give my parents their vacation, to give my sister a vacation like that. If I was to give my brother, we might like fucking might give my brother like just a little brother vacation. Just say, hey, let's head up to NYC. Let's go head up to New York City and just hang out there for a couple days, or to Chicago or some shit. Like, let's go do that as just brothers. And so like that's kind of just my reasons. And I know in the 20s, I mean, it's gonna take a lot out of me, mentally and physically. And I know a lot of people in their 20s are gonna feel lost because many of us are either in the 20s and married with a kid, 20s and married but no kid, 20s not married yet but with a kid, 20s with a college degree with no job with the degree you got, or 20s with the degree and the job with the degree you got, or 20s you dropped out of college and you are now just working a normal 9-to-5 job and you're struggling to pay rent. 20s and you are unemployed, living with your parents or living with friends. And like we all are living different paths in lives in our 20s where we all feel lost. I mean, like I said, I know what I want to do. I'm going to create my vision board for this year. Literally right after this podcast. And even then I still feel lost. Where I'm like, man, do I really want to be doing this? Is this really what's for me? Is this that? And sometimes I'm simply like, to give up, because sometimes that to me it sometimes feels that that's the only option, is to give up. Like, have you ever had that? Have you ever been struggling in life that the only to where it feels like the only option is to give up? Where you've done everything, you've tried anything, you've tried your best. Literally, you have tried your best, and you just feel like, it's just best to give up. Trust me, it is not. You still got time to make something out of yourself. You're just don't give up, because don't half-ass it. Because if you're gonna half-ass it, then what's the point? Don't give up. Wherever you are in life, don't give up, because you will never get to where you want to get if you give up. Think about that. You will never get where you want to get if you give up. Or let's say you're in the middle of a tough college exam, or not like really exam wise, just like let's say you're in the middle of just college in general and you have mental breakdowns and you're like, well, fuck this shit. I want to give up. Don't. Because you will never get your degree if you give up. You will never find a job with your degree if you ever give up. And I know the job market's trash right now and whatnot, but do your best. Do you. Go try to make connections. Try to find ways to get a career like that with your degree. Be that one that, while others are screaming and not knowing what to do, you were able to find a way out. Like, be that person. Because as sad as it is, while some people are losing, others are winning. And that's just the reality of it. You may feel like you are losing while others are winning, and then the next year it'll be completely reversed. They're now losing and you're now winning. Like, everyone is in their different paths in their 20s. That's the simple reality of it. And don't compare your lives to others. Everyone is living life differently in their 20s. Some people are trying to rush it into life. Like, some people think that their 20s are the only times to be free, and that your 30s and beyond should be just work till you retire. Now, there's people in their 20s who have their millions. By the time they're 30s, they may go back to a job because they got bored with the lifestyle of not doing anything. Or maybe they may lose it all because they believed that lifestyle, the whole being rich and shit, was the way to go. And then they weren't smart about it, and bam, they now have lost everything and they're struggling to keep up. Like, don't half-ass it. Don't give up. You may feel lost in life right now, and that's just simple reality of it. You're gonna feel lost, but trust me, you will find a way out. You've done it before. You will find a way out. Thank you for listening. My name is Marco. Thank you for tuning in to the Marco Martinez Show, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye for now.